Hello and welcome to tonight's video. We got ourselves a rapid game in Chess960 format, and we're gonna try to play according to basic chess principles. The opening pieces are in random spaces, but now let's take some time to assess the situation, plan our opening. I think one key idea has got to be bishop here. It's got to be. I just wonder, yeah. Think I should play it earlier rather than later. Because I am worried a bit about this. Bishop out. Okay. I think this covers that now. So this is all good here. Let's think about other elements of the position. Um, hmm, how are we gonna use this knight? Or what is the next focus really? Yeah, I think it's gonna be something like this. Just try to develop the pieces efficiently, if nothing else, right? I didn't have any other way to get advantage, but at least I'm developing pieces a bit quicker. Uh, so it is also it has converted into a fairly standard looking position. If you go to see, this looks like many a chess game we have played in the past and yore, but there will be differences, and those differences require you to apply yourself, your understanding of the game, to know how to handle. And that's how your chess gets truly tested in a way. Like here, I'm playing with one principle, right, of weakening this king along the diagonal. I'm taking into account the fact that his pawn is here. This diagonal is relatively safe for now, but it is potentially going to come under a bit of pressure at some point. Uh, Capturing with the knight is cleaner. Capturing here is not a go because the bishop takes check. So capturing with the knight is cleaner. I think we should do that. Play a clean game. Okay, so our structure is super good, and even his is not bad. It's pretty good. But I think at least his knight is a little bit cramped for now, more so than my own. So he's going to be looking to move this forward, and yeah, actually, he's got this coming relatively well. So let's just play solid. Play solid instead, not try to expand. We could throw in this move, but I want to be wary about making those kind of 1200 level tactics. You know, this is a 1200 level. You're hoping for a miracle fork, but did you gain anything from his queen moving up? That's a real question. Uh, it creates some curious patterns there, perhaps. But I think the key element here is really got to be centered around this pawn break. He's he just played rook here, so he's planning his pawn break, and I think that's where the crux of it is in a way. So I'm gonna hold that off by moving my knight back here. I'm playing against him being able to do this. And now he's planning a different pawn break. And that was the one we were expecting. The question is, do we already break first? I think we can already break first. Yeah, somehow I feel like we can. Yes, because he's captured. And now if he plays this, I can capture back. And he has a pawn, but it's a isolated pawn. So it's a little bit not ideal. But even I have an isolated pawn, so it's not too great either way in a way, but just saying. Let's think about it properly here. Think about the position. The knight there. We push this forward, he gets an even better square there. So it's a tricky knight. Tricky knight. Moving up here, you run into this stuff. Mm, allowing him to capture is bold. Allowing him to capture with a pawn actually gives him some potential interesting plays. Well, okay, what if we attack that? Let's attack this first. Ooh, a new idea. There's this motif over here. So let's try to work all of this together. Oh no, I don't know. No, let's come on, man. You can do this. All right, I'm playing it this way. So we're doing a double attack on two pawns at the same time. But we are giving him counterplay here, and his knight is actually defending this already. So he might end up reacting. You see, it's a kind of move where a lot of players will react. So this is my 1200 level move in a way, because it's such a phony attack. It's already defended. But I'm hoping for a blunder there. And I'm also tempting a different type of maneuver, which could give me a lot of counterplay. And I am genuinely pressuring the pawn, and he's responded, so it's perfectly fine. Uh, maybe this puts a good dose of pressure extra. And if he pushes the pawn, we can interpose with the knight. We do have that. Okay, he's finally defended it. Now this pawn is up for grabs potentially, so gotta think a little sensibly here. Let's go here. Hold this pawn. We've exposed the diagonal, so we have to be wary about these tricks. But for now, it would at least help us because we just interpose with the knight. But we're holding the tension in an interesting position here, and it will be interesting to see how White plays from here. He can try to consolidate his position, maybe. Uh, yeah, that was reasonable move, and maybe I should also just take away one less thing to worry about. And now we see a certain choice has been made in a way. So choice has been made, and a new, well, I think it's a good choice probably. Seems solid enough. I can keep a little dose of pressure down here still. Although, it's actually a blunder. It's a blunder. Or is it? Yeah, it is a blunder. It's a big time blunder because he can go back here and defend this. So yeah. We're gonna be in a bit of a tricky position here, ladies and gentlemen. We have to fasten our seatbelts. This game is getting a little bit out of control potentially here, but he's not just seen it. Okay, he saw it. We're gonna go with some quicker attack here. We're gonna try to ruffle him up. You see, chess is psychological too. It is. It's psychological. And seems like he's fell for it. So this is level of tactics which is maybe a bit too high for this 1300er. That's what you're going to see. You can see that, uh, when a person says they're a positional player, it just means that they haven't studied tactics, and that's what you're seeing evidence of here. This is a tactically weak opponent. He should have seen the danger. Uh, but otherwise, his play was pretty good because positional is somehow more intuitive. But tactics requires hard work, a lot of hard work actually. You got to be really willing to do it, do a good job. Okay, so now we got back rank as a new factor. He's inviting back rank as a factor into the game, and that's totally his choice. It's totally his choice. But we will try to make sure we are protected against that. It's a saucy way to play. Oh, nice one there. Well done, Scotty. You've really nailed it. You are a great player. Well done. Well done. We're gonna keep things very safe now. For now, it's getting a little bit crazy out there. And I just want to make a quick, good, generally decent move, which is what I think this is. And now we try to get a bit saucier, but I'm really not sure. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this whole game, actually. Uh, feels like I'm under way too much pressure. Feels like I'm under way too much pressure, actually. We've tried to loosen up the pressure a little bit and punch back against that queen. That queen got a little bit too saucy. Now he's offered a trade. He's offered a trade while I'm ahead in the position. That's interesting. We have this kind of check here. We got this move. Hey, can't we just take that? Was that there to be taken this whole time? I think so. Another tactical blunder. Another tactical blunder from our friend here. Uh, this one's gonna be costly. We'll make sure it's costly. We'll try at least. Try. Okay. Is there a mating pattern here of some kind that I can try to exploit? I don't know. Let's just go attack that pawn. Let's go here. Uh, knight in there looks pretty decent. Uh, feels like he's invited a bit too much trouble on himself here. Yeah. See, a tactical shot. I played those moves quickly because I wanted you to know that I saw it through to the end. You gotta see it through to the end before you can play it. Uh, yeah. So tactics, my friend. That's what this fella is, in my opinion, probably not so good at. We're gonna have a look at his profile. We're gonna analyze this youngster, and we're gonna see Zed Hamad from Jordan. His puzzles rating is 2500. You see, it's not that great. 2500 might seem like a lot for some of you guys, but it's not that great. You should try to get up to the 3000 levels. I'm 3000 level, and not a great tactician. That's the benchmark for you guys. If you're plus 3000, that's pretty decent. Rapid 1800, solid player. Actually, a solid player, but yeah, tactics not so good. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the game, and we see 79%, 71%. My opening was excellent, and the middle game was, sorry, opening was outstanding, and whatever. So the whole knight here idea was not optimal as an opening principle. You see, computers recommending knight here in all the circumstances, and that is a pretty more normal chess move. So this whole knight here thing was a little bit uh, unnecessary. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Just play regular chess in that sense. So it found this move bad, and that's an interesting one because I definitely was considering this here, but I'll tell you what happened. I considered it, and then I saw this, and then I thought, that's too way too messy, man. I don't want to get into that. That's what really happened. Protective instinct first, and this is a common theme in some of my inaccuracies. Is I'm playing what I think is a safer, more solid move, but it's not precise, it's not pristine, and I want to see what's he got in mind for handling this. Okay, this is how we saw the game going out. The computer. Uh, yeah, you see, it's very expansive. It's very loose in a way. You got to be much more secure about knowing what you're doing there. It's not an easy position to play. If you're not a great tactician, I stand by my mistake. It's a humble mistake. Yeah. Anything to keep me from becoming a better player. That's ultimately what we all want. We just want that level of comfort. So now here we have a critical mistake where rook here would have been the sensible build-up move, but instead we went for this weird line which we thought about for quite a while. And why he doesn't like that line is, well, we'll find out. But instead he recommends this kind of double-edged approach. Very interesting AI recommendation there. Okay. Now here we did our silly double attack, right? And he could have punished it, but he missed a chance. Should have kicked the knight already. Yo, hold on. Yo, what's up? What's up? Good, good. At home. At home, home. Yeah, I'm good. Come, come, come. Yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, I am. But I think I have some throat thing. I don't know, but I'm feeling great. Yeah. With who? Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come, come. Okay, bye, bye. That was a weird conversation. Uh, you know, I'm very often in this situation where I gotta like pretend like I understand what he's talking about and just be like, yeah, okay. Because half the time I don't understand what people are even fucking saying, you know? That's part of my biggest problem in life. But anyway, hmm. This seems in retrospect like a fairly obvious move, right? Why didn't I play that? Why did I get all cute and dumb? No, because I thought knight would come here. That's why. So I need to actually see why the knight wouldn't do that and how you refute this. Do you really go and play this move? And then what? I don't know, but I get it. Maybe there is merit in it. Yeah, so it's a few imprecise moves here now being played. And this is a very nice one, attacking the loose piece. Very nice move. Very nice move. This is overly safe as well, right? I'm trying to just avoid having to think about too many tactics. So it's a stylistic weakness. And here style is just another word for my personal flaw. My personal flaw I hope you forgive me for, which is that I suck at tactics. Uh, Hence my style is to avoid the mental burden, especially in a blitz game. You know, it's a blitz game practical choice too. Experience has taught me that, you know, you get into trouble. But yeah. So the game is totally even, and this was a blunder because I dropped the pawn. But even yeah, and he could have built it up and taken it. But anyway, then we started our quick hustle moves. Okay, quick hustle moves, and it drew out an error, even though this wasn't optimal. It seems this was still like tough, and he needs to play it correctly, but he doesn't, right? Because it's not easy to figure this one out. It's not easy, and he blunders. And then it's basically game over here. But we're keeping him interested, and he's playing saucy. And we played overly defensive, and it was a blunder. Overly defensive, and it was a blunder. Like somehow, like this is what the AI thinks it will end up being. Interesting. I don't think that would have actually happened, but yeah. So yeah, he needs to play some really precise move. Now, why is Rook there so precise? I don't understand. Uh, why would the queen not move away? Is it because of fucking knight here? And then pawn here and like just messing it up like that? Is that part of why it is? Seems like it's something like that. Could even be. Yeah. I don't know. But it looks messy. I get it. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Let's not get sidetracked. So we're here and now we play this great move. And again we play a safe move and those safe sure moves are imprecise. They're imprecise. Better was the knight check, which I want to understand better. Okay, so the way it works is it magnetizes that rook away. And why does it magnetize that rook away? Because if he goes here instead, then you got the killer blow. That's why. Not here, sorry. Here. That's why. It's basically mate. So, a really hostile attack, you have to see that. If you're not good enough in tactics to see this possibility, then you will play suboptimal moves like this. Perfectly normal in blitz game, as I'm saying. But now it just becomes a fairly easy win. And we apply the pressure, we just finish him off. Yeah. So good game. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you later. Have fun.